What's up, everyone? It's your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How is everyone doing today? I slept like shit. So I'm here, but not really. But it seems like I'm always sleeping like shit. So I guess, we're all used to hearing that at this point from me. Well, I guess not. I'm not always sleeping like shit, but I am fucking tired today. I had weird dreams. All right. So, got a few things we're going to talk about today. Oh, there it is. That's why I'm having trouble. Sorry, just adjusting my stuff. We, of course, got some more news with Andrew Tate. Nothing about his lawsuit, but we got. Oh, this guy posted a lot. No wonder I could do. Okay, anyways, so we got news about Andrew Tate. Nothing like in the case or anything like that, but more of another person's accusing him. Some of you may or may not recognize who she is. So we will look and see, her accusations are bullshit or are for reals. I'm sure you all will know my position on it. So we'll look into that. We'll look also into a bit of one of the accusers of Andrew Tate. She has a bit of a past when it comes to accusations. So we'll look into that. And then we got another video of, for whatever reason, Biden claiming to have cured cancer. Yeah, I don't understand it either. But we got that video, so we'll watch that, see how funny it is. And then David Hogg runs from a debate with Colin Noir. We'll look into that. Well, I mean, there's no real news on it, but he did post Colin Noir. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but I don't care. Anyways, we'll look at the tweet that he posted, and we'll go from there. And then we'll look into the breaking news that a judge is threatening to sanction Hunter Biden's legal team. Now, why? Why is he threatening that? Well, we'll look into that. So, and then finally, we have another transgender person who transitioned, whatever, regretting their choice. So we'll watch that. So far, that's all I got for everyone. So let's just get into it. You guys are probably hearing this. All right. Sorry. All right. So let's get into this. So this is our first thing we're going to look at. If you guys don't remember, a while back, Andrew Tate was watching a fight, and this woman approached him. It's the same fight you saw. He and Jake Paul kind of had like a little face-off thing. It was. I don't think Jake Paul was fighting. Maybe he was. I can't fucking remember. But anyways, yeah. So during that, he was approached by a very attractive woman. I'm not gonna lie, she's very attractive. And he kind of, he basically denied her. Well, now she's accusing him of trying to lure her to his Romanian hideaway. So yeah, so exclusive Playboy model 32 claims Andrew Tate tried to lure her to his Romanian hideout before he was arrested in rape and trafficking probe. So let's look at this video. It really seems to be going in on him. So he completely denies her, but she seems to really be trying to get him to, give her some attention. He's like shaking his head no, and he's like, "I'm watching the fight." Perfect. Okay, cool. All right. So, anyways, if you watch, if you're watching the video along with me, you can clearly see he's shaking his head. No, he's like, "I'm watching the fight," and all that stuff. Kind of funny considering the fact that he wasn't really watching the fight. He was playing chess on his phone. Um, that's neither here nor there. But anyways, so let's learn more about this broad. Oh Lord! All right. Exclusive ex Playboy model 32 claims Andrew Tate tried to lure her to his Romanian hideaway before he was arrested in rape and trafficking probe. This is the Daily Mail UK. Let's see how accurate they are. Exclusive Andrew Tate tried to lure a former Playboy model to his hideout. Carla Howell, 32, told friends she feels like she had a lucky escape. He sent control and aggressive messages and insisted she obey him. A former Playboy model has told friends how Andrew Tate tried to lure her to his Romanian hideout. Carl Howe, 32, said she was shocked and feels like she had a lucky escape after the disgraced influencer. All right, so we already know how this is going to be accurate. Was arrested with his brother and subsequent two others in connection with alleged human trafficking and rape. The blonde model was left horrified at the shocking details emerged of how Romanian prosecutors are investigating four suspects for allegedly keeping six women under house arrest 24/7 like a prisoner. Prosecutors in Romania say the brothers allegedly recruited the women on social media platform and persuaded them to travel to his 600,000 pounds secret bolt hole in Bucharest by falsely professing love for them. The women, including an American citizen, were allegedly held at the property with employees shadowing their move before being forced to take part in online pornographic videos. This is the chick. Again, she's very attractive. Miss Howell told friends how she believes she may have been one of the intended victims, as the tactic bore a chilling similarity to the way the Romanian prosecutors alleged Tate and his brothers tried to strike up a relationship with the victims. She told friends, "He wanted me to go to Romania, and I was tempted. It makes me think how it could have gone terribly. I'd probably end up not leaving the house ever." Miss Howe confined how Tate showered her with compliments and romantic messages after they began chatting online when he sent a private message to her Instagram account in February. But she claimed she quickly learned the dark side of his character, his messages became controlling and aggressive. Miss Howe told friends how he tried to ban her from going on holidays to Spain with a girlfriend, insisted she had to obey him. Despite her concerns, their chat continues. Miss Howe told friends how she was surprised when, out of the blue, Tate told her he was in Romania and asked her to fly out to visit him. So this is her. Again, she's very attractive, not gonna lie. But come on. At first, she told him she couldn't come to another country to meet someone I've never met. But she reconsidered and spoke to a friend who agreed to go with her in August. In the end, she did not travel there as their communications stopped abruptly when Tates were banned off from the social media platform. She told friends that she feels I had a lucky escape. I thought I would give him a chance and was tempted to have a relation with him. Maybe God saved me from that happening. Things could have turned out very differently if I had gone. I hate to think. A lot of people think that he's famous and he wouldn't do anything bad, but we're in a new age. Just because of who he is doesn't mean he isn't capable of other things. Oh, please. A lot of people know that people who are famous generally are into some fucked up shit. Like, no, that's bullshit. I had so many people contacting me after he was arrested. I was like, oh my God, it gets worse. Romanian investigators began their probe when the U.S. Embassy in Bucharest raised the alarm after diplomats discovered that an American woman was being held against her will in the city. It's not even accurate at all. The 22-year-old who cannot be named for legal reasons. Oh, yeah, that's, what is her name? Emma Gabby. That fucking liar. Had managed to recover her mobile phone, called her. This is such bullshit. Ms. Howe was left shaken after seeing images of police working for Romania's organized crime and terrorism agency, leading Tate and his brother Tristan away from his property in handcuffs. I can't. I'm having trouble reading this bullshit. Okay. Miss Howe lived in LA for 10 years and moved into Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion with her twin sister Melissa in 2011. Was ready to pack her bags and head to Bucharest despite alarming bells ringing during their online exchanges. A close friend told Mail Online she's very spontaneous in doing things. That's the problem. She was surprised when he asked her to go out to Romania. He has a very luxurious lifestyle with expensive cars and travels on private jets, but nobody has any idea where the money comes from. What are you talking about? He admits where the money came from initially. Such bullshit. It was strange that he was hiding away in a country like Romania. Somebody like that, you would think he would be in St. Tropez or LA, especially as he has British and US citizenship. He couldn't figure out why he would want to live in Romania and what would be there to make her want to go. It's not known as glamorous place. He said in his bio he was living in Dubai, and his post suggested that he was living there. Miss Howe told friends how she didn't know who Tate was when he first made contact with her and was quickly warned off after being alerted to his disgusting misogynistic views. Yeah, whatever. Her friend said she was getting messages saying he was so disappointed. It was so disgusting the way he talks about girls. That put her off in the beginning, but the way he spoke to her was very, very nice and charming. Made her think some of the controversial things he was saying in public was just shown for the camera. When he messaged Carly, he asked for her number, asked if she was in London, and accompanied it with an emoji of a rose. He was talking about how they would go off and save the world together. He wanted to meet Carly in Knightsbridge when he was in London in March, but she was on a photo shoot. Ms. Howe shared her mutual interest with former professional kickboxer Tate, 36, as she was training at the time to take part in a planned boxing match against former Love Island star AJ Bunker. So she's going to lose that. If she's the one fighting. Her friend said when he asked for boxing tips and he sent him videos, he would give her advice and encouragement and tell her how proud he was. The pair hoped of meeting up were thwarted as Tate's mysterious movements meant he made only occasional short visits to London. When Miss Howe asked why he never stayed for long, Tate told her, because I'm in and out like a ninja businessman. Miss Howe told friends how she began to have concerns after his tones and of his message changed when he told her she could not meet up with him in London at short notice as she was heading to Marbella with a girlfriend for 5 days. The friend said he became volatile in the messages he was sending. He was being crazy and they hadn't even met. He became very jealous and possessive. He said, "You better not cheat on me." He told her he could not talk to men or go to parties. Told her she had to stay in her hotel. Carla told him she was focused on training for her fight, but he was saying all these things like, "You need to obey me. I'm your man." He accused her of going to a bitch places and doing drugs. And drinking, he was acting crazy. She told him she never took drugs and she was going out to spar and do training. Carl was shocked by what he was saying. The way he acted was not a good sign and claimed her as his own. Became very controlling, possessive, and acted the way he was acting was not a good sign whatsoever. In the end, Hal believed she was saved after Tate was banned from Instagram over his hate-filled messages. It brought an end to their exchange, and Hal did not contact Tate as her doubts about him remained. Although as Hal's boxing bout was canceled, the pair finally met in November when she traveled to Dubai to act as a ring girl when former world champion Floyd Mayweather fought DJ Ulatuji. I don't know how to say it. Tate had a front row seat at the event, and a video of them met which was posted on TikTok and more than 15 million views. Tate hastily left the event when he was ushered out of the area after a brawl broke out in the crowd. The pair did not see each other again. Yeah, and he was completely ignoring her. He was like, "No, I'm good. I'm watching the match." Jesus Christ, this chick. Friend said Carla was lucky to escape his clutches. She's a very open-minded person. She's not judgmental, and that's probably why she took the conversation forward and was open to dating him. She didn't care what anyone else said. She was open to having a relationship with him, given a chance. Later on, the message and aggression towards her made her think again, but she was tempted to go to Romania. No one knows 100% what the truth is behind his arrest and what will happen, but there's definitely something not right. Yeah, so I just have one important, just a one question, really, just one question. Where are these so-called messages? Now, I don't know much about Instagram. I'm barely on there. I got it a little bit just to to reach audience further as well. So I don't, not the sharpest tool when it comes to it, but if someone gets banned, does Instagram erase the DMs too? I don't think they do. But again, I'm not quite literate on that. So that being said, can't she just post the so-called very disturbing messages? I mean, is she incapable of doing that? Probably. So, where are those messages? Like, all these disturbing messages. You go and you talk on a newspaper and you say this guy is dangerous, but then you don't provide any evidence. Like, look, odds are this chick just wants attention. She got some attention for meeting him and him denying her, so now she's trying to get back to him. That's what more than likely is happening. I don't believe the chick for a second. All right. It's just ridiculous. She just needs attention. That's what she wants. All right. So this is the TikTok Tate news. This is going to be like he gives all the updates when it comes to the dates and everything like that. All right. So he puts important info. This is Emma Gaby's TikTok. She has completely erased her past identities. Emma Gaby, Eden Internal. Now she goes by Daredevil. She's not normal. She's a liar, manipulator. She has erased all her past to cover up her past insanity. Now, who is this chick? Well, she is supposedly the Miami accuser, or the Florida accuser of the Andrew Tate case. She's the one accusing Andrew Tate of, all sorts of the nastiness. Anyways, she's the American accuser. Emma Gaby changed her identity and even looks to cover up her past. Her past contains over 10 false accusations against innocent men. She went by Emma Gaby in her past. She went by Eden Internal, and then she went by Dara Smith after the Tate's case. These are apparently like some identifiers. All right, so this is Emma Gaby in January 2022. She's seen driving luxurious vehicles. This does not look like she was being trafficked. No human trafficking victim is driving a luxurious car. She's just mad this lifestyle could not continue. So, this looks like kind of like a document. It says, furthermore, critically, an authentic victim of human trafficking would not be seen parading the luxurious vehicles of their alleged captors on social media, let alone post gleefully within them. The captions accompany the photos. She posted clearly signifying her contentment and excitement to be in such circumstances and her eagerness to showcase the opulence on social media as her friends commend her actions. In order to reframe the public narrative and align it with the actuality of the situation, it is essential that these images gain visibility rather than misleading antiquated photos of her seemingly innocent teenage self, which inadvertently makes her appear as a victim. All right, so this is her. Okay. Emma Gaby lured innocent men into relationships, and once she didn't get what she wanted, she falsely accused men and tried to extort him and defraud him for money. This is exactly what happened to Tristan. Okay, so this is Emma Gaby. When we met and they opened to each other, when we met, we opened up to each other about a lot. He likes to call me Emma, even though he knows everyone calls me Eden. Something he brought up recently is that he has been to Albany many times. Has very good friends there, and he wants to show me around the country and take me to the waterfalls and the cultural festivities, and then Europe. M. Gabby. Awesome plans, makes me dream, but keep your feet wells anchored to the ground. Either way, I've been planning to go to UK. Tristan wants to show me all over America or Romania. America. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. So these are according to his lawsuit, Andrew Tate's lawsuits. Emma and Aloya Itila, I'm guessing that's Moldovan, started off by using a private group chat to plot their conspiracy against Andrew Tate. Upon info and belief at the heart of their conspiracy was motivated to fraud Andrew Tate of, is that 200,000 pounds or 200 million pounds? I can't tell because there's a second O that's not present, or a third O that's not present, and he, it was looking like it's supposed to be hold on. So either that comma's okay, so it's 200,000 pounds. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Oh, bloody! Oh, that's why. Fucking up here. Let's see. According to the documents from Andrew Tate's lawsuit, wiretaps revealed that Emma Gaby did not sustain any injuries during the time she spent at the Tate's property. This contradicts Dicon's accusations. Their own victim says she was not harmed. Dicot is lying. In subsequent texts exchanged with Martin Lee E. Gaby makes it clear that she has no issues leaving the Tate estate and that she did not sustain any injuries. These statements collectively erode the theory that she and a Untila had been prisoned against her will as human trafficking victims. E. Gaby, April 11, 2022, at 4:21 in the morning. I don't think they will notice it is we're leaving in the middle of the night, Martley. Oh, sorry, that's E. Gaby. Where did I get the? Okay, yeah, so E. Gaby. Martley, good. Just glad you're unharmed. Martley, are you injured? E. Gaby, no injuries. No, neither of us. It's been a short amount of time. They don't expect us for leaving. All right. According to the Tate brothers' lawsuit documents, wiretaps revealed and provide insight that although they were unsuccessful, that Emma, Gaby, and Utilna were planning to try and defraud and extort money from Andrew Tate. Utilna initiated their plot to obtain money from a Tate by false pretenses. Although they were ultimately unsuccessful, the following exchange provide insight on how E. Gaby and A. Utilna had planned to defraud and extort Andrew Tate for money and potentially other luxuries. I'm talking to my friend about it now. She is saying you should try and get money from Andrew. Where is your sister in London, babe? I'm not good at this, lol. I've never asked anyone for money. She's saying if you tell him you have something important that you need money for, he'll give it to you. Okay, I'll think about it like what to say. Wiretaps revealed that Emma Gaby and Aloni Utila were playing victims and discussing potential contacting Netflix, Hulu, and other streams services to recount their golden Oscar performance. We're writing a movie ASAP. Yep, for sure. We have to. I'm dying inside. Let's email Netflix ASAP. Hulu, Amazon Prime. Yep. Okay. All right. This is just more of that. So Emma Gaby also repeated the same story that she was free to leave the Andrew Tate brothers' estate in several text messages to both her parents, M. Gaby and W. Gaby, as demonstrated with these examples. I'm not so concerned. Tristan doesn't really care if I leave. I don't think they'll care much if we leave, which is why I feel okay. Okay, so that's all that we're gonna deal with that. So I mean, that's all the evidence against the this broad. So now your question. Now you got to decide whether you believe her or the tapes. That's what you got to. That's what you got to decide. All right. All right. Now let's look at this Biden thing. Let's see if this is just some stupid meme that was going on. I have no idea. I haven't watched this, so I have no idea. If I can find
If you could do anything at all, Joe, what would you do? I said I'd cure cancer. They looked at me like, why cancer? Because no one thinks we can. That's why, and we can. We'd end cancer as we know it. If you could do anything at all, Joe, what would you do?
That's not really what he didn't really say he cured cancer. He says he can cure cancer. I don't think it's very honest. You can hear my daughter running around upstairs. She's probably giving her a headache. Just looking to see. Oh, I might do that too. All right, let's listen to this again.
I said I'd cure. If you could do anything at all, Joe, what would you do? I said I'd cure cancer. They looked at me like, why cancer? Because no one thinks we can. That's why, and we can. We'd end cancer as we know it. If you could do anything at all,
Oh,
Joe, what would you
there
do?
at the end, he says we're ending
I said I'd
cancer
cure
as we know
cancer.
it.
They looked at me like, why cancer? Because no one thinks we can. That's why, and we can. We'd end cancer as we know it. If you could do anything at all, Joe, what would you do? I said I'd cure cancer. They looked at me like, why cancer? Because no one.
Okay. I don't know. All right, we got a report on it. Oh, that's on it. Okay. All right. Biden skewered for claiming he effectively ended cancer as we know it. Why haven't adults intervened? The adults intervened. Biden was shredded on social media Tuesday after saying his administration has effectively ended cancer as we know it. Biden made the eyebrow raising comment during a speech about expanding access to mental health care at the White House, where he discussed his commitment to tackle the nation's mental health crisis as part of his unity agenda. One thing I'm always asked is why Americans have sort of lost faith for a while in being able to do big things. If you could do anything at all, Joe, what would you do? I said I cure cancer. They looked at me like, why cancer? Because no one thinks we can. That's why, and we can. We ended cancer as we know it, the president said. Online critics were quick to seize the comment, with some fact checking the president's and others mocking the apparent brazenness of his claim. Dementia's so bad, he now thinks he's cured cancer. Director George Price said. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you said we ended cancer as we know it. So take that as you will, I guess. All right. You know what? We're going to deviate slightly from the planned show because I want to get into this. This is interesting. So, for those who don't remember, there was Nicholas Cruz was sentenced a while back, and I saw some. I didn't watch the trial, but I saw some of the. I saw some of the. What's the word I'm looking for? I saw some of the trial, and most of the judge she was very inappropriate. Anyways, so apparently she's just been publicly reprimanded. So let's get into that. November he was sentenced to life in prison. All right, so Florida Supreme Court Monday publicly reprimanded Judge Elizabeth Schraher, who oversaw Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz penalty trial for showing bias towards prosecution. She really did. She was irritated with the defense. She was not a very good judge in that aspect of professionalism. The unanimous decision from the state's highest court adopted the recommendation of the Judicial Qualification Commissions, which found she had engaged in inappropriate behavior. The commission criticized Schreier for stepping down from the bench and hugging several prosecutors shortly after she had sentenced Cruz 24 to life in prison. It's very true. It was very weird. In her defense, she told the state commission which is tasked with investigating allegations of judicial misconduct, she had also offered hugs to Cruz lawyers. It's just weird you want to hug the lawyers anyways. Like, that's just weird. It's just weird. This is your judge. She's obviously very attractive. Let's not, she's really hot. She was like known as Judge Mommy or some shit like that. Okay. In limited instances during this, and she also lashed out on the defense after they rested their case. In limited instances during this unique and lengthy case, Judge Schreier allowed her emotions to overcome her judgment, the 15-member commission wrote in their report filed June 2nd. Cruz pled guilty to murdering 17 people at Major Stone Douglas High in Parkland on February 14, 2018, in one of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history, school shootings. During the 6-month penalty trial to determine whether Cruz would get the death penalty, Schur frequently sparred with defense lawyers on live televisions. The jury did not vote unanimously for death, leaving Schur no choice but to sentence the mass murderer to November to life in prison. The commission also found that Schur was unduly chased members of the defense team and wrongly accused one of the Cruz attorneys of threatening her children. Yeah, that was really weird. Like, she was, they were complaining. The defense team were complaining, and I'm not defending this animal here. That guy's a monster. Fuck that guy. But his defense team, who were doing their job defending him, it's kind of what they're fucking supposed to do. But they were complaining about getting threats from people. I can't remember it all. And then he like made a comparison, and then she took it. She was like, "Oh, now you're threatening my children." It was weird as fuck. Schur admits her conduct fell below what is reasonably expected of a trial judge and had the potential to damage the perception of the judiciary and our system of justice in ways that cannot be easily cured, the commission wrote. The 46-year-old Broward County Circuit Judge, who retired last month, was randomly assigned to Cruz case. It was her first death penalty matter. Due to her conduct during the trial, Schur was disqualified from a death row inmate's case in April at the request of his defense attorney. Okay. So yeah, what was her reprimand though? But she just told naughty girl. I guess they just said she's naughty, bad girl, bad. Okay, that's it. She was publicly reprimanded. That was her sanctions. Okay, whatever. All right, I deviated because I saw that. I thought that was interesting. All right, let's get into this. Speaking of people who are getting sanctioned or possibly sanctioned, Hunter Biden's counsel faces possible sanctions after accusations of lying in criminal tax case. Hunter Biden's team, they won't get sanctioned, guaranteed. Hunter Biden's team apologized for misunderstanding in a letter to the judge. The judge presiding over the Hunter Biden case threatened Biden's legal team with sanctions over allegations about lying to clerk's office. Hunter Biden's counsel is accused of avoiding proper court procedures to allegedly get information about the IRS whistleblowers removed from the docket. Delaware Judge Marian Noreka gave Biden's legal team until 9 p.m. on Tuesday to explain their side. Specifically, a lawyer from Hunter Biden's legal team is accused of misrepresenting who she was when asking to remove amicus material from the docket. She allegedly called to ask the clerk to seal the information instead of making a formal request to the judge. The court has discussed the matter with the relevant individuals in the clerk's office and has been informed that the caller, Miss Jessica Bengals, represented that she worked with Mr. Kitlin and requested amicus materials be taken down because they contain sensitive grand jury, taxpayer, and social security information, the order read. It appears that the caller misrepresented her ID and who she worked for in an attempt to convince the clerk's office to remove the amicus material from the docket, the judge added. The court will temporarily place the document under seal until close of business on July 26th, so today, 2023, to afford the defendant afford defendant the opportunity to try to make the requisition showing. Should defendant fail to make that showing, the document will be unsealed in its entirety. In a letter obtained by Fox News, Biden's legal team told the judge that the lawyer who called the clerk had accurately represented her affiliation with her law firm. Yeah, of course she did. The matter under consideration appears to stem from an unfortunate, unintentional miscommunications between staff member at our firm and employees of the court. We had no idea how the misrepresenting occurred, but our understanding is there's no misrepresentation. I'm willing to bet they're not going to get sanctioned at all. We hope this letter and attached declarations dispel any suggestions that the undersigned counsel or our staff would ever intentionally misrepresent or mislead the court with respect to any matter. And then that was his plea. All right. Yeah, sure, whatever. Fucking liar. All right. Now we got this. So Colin Noir. For anyone who doesn't know, he's a big 2A activist. Oh, he's also an attorney. I didn't fucking know that. He's got a YouTube channel, all that stuff. Recently, I was invited to an official debate on gun control and the Second Amendment with none other than David Hogg. If you don't know who David Hogg is, he's a big anti-2A. He was allegedly at Parkland during all that shooting mess, but turns out he actually wasn't, or something like that. Shocking. He lied. And apparently he's the founder of March for Our Lives. All right, you won't believe what happened next. As soon as Hogg learned that I'd be the one he was debating against, he lashed out. He backed out of the debate. Surprise, surprise. But enough is enough. I want this debate to happen. We deserve all. You know what, actually. But enough is enough. I want this debate to happen. We all deserve to hear both sides of the argument so we can make informed decisions about gun rights and gun violence. So I'm asking all of you from refraining from harassing or name calling, as that's not productive. Instead, let's unite and send this video to David Hogg with the hashtag debate. It's time for an honest public discussion about guns in America. Okay, so that's what he said. It's not a surprise that David Hogg backed out of the debate. I mean, come on, he has no idea what he's talking about 100% of the time. So, okay, all right. So, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He backed out from the debate. He literally, every time I see him tweet something, it's clear he has no idea what he's talking about. All right, last but surely not least, this another transgender who's regretting transitioning.
My ideal gender affirming care as a trans non-binary person is kind of fucking weird. And the thing is that I love it. And I would love to get a single mastectomy. Yes, I want one boob. I want one boob and one no boob. And then I want to wear some strange clothes that I made myself that'll cover the boob part and then just let my other non-boob out in the open, so people will just look at me like. I don't want to take testosterone, but not for my whole life. I want to take it for a couple years, get the permanent effects, and then go off with it. And maybe I might decide to go back on it later, but it's kind of just gonna be a fluid thing. But I also want to have a kid. Wouldn't it be so cool to be a trans guy who just has a kid? Fuck you, It
would make you a woman.
And the thing is that I have done a lot of work of degendering my body, looking at myself in the mirror and being this body is not a girl body. bodies are not gendered. Bodies are not girl or boy bodies. They're just human bodies.
No, they're definitely
And whatever
girls.
gender that body is the gender that you think that body is. And you don't have to hate it. You can say it's not for me, but you don't have to hate your body to be trans. And when I was younger, I thought I had to hate my body to be trans. I thought it was a prerequisite. Like, if you don't hate your body, you can't be trans. You have to hate yourself. Hate yourself, or you're not transgender. Which is such a flawed way of looking at it. Transgender people shouldn't have to hate themselves to be trans. Like, being transgender for me is more about the euphoria I get when I feel like myself and when other people perceive me in the way that aligns with my self-image, rather than like shitting all over myself because I'm a terrible person who looks ugly and I'll never pass. Because for one, passing is not something I'm interested in. I know a lot of trans people do want to pass, and that's totally fine. But you don't have to hate yourself to want to pass. Like, this idea of like you have to hate yourself to be trans, like I know I literally just said this, but it's so damaging. It's damaging because for a while, like, I hated my body. I was like, because I thought I had to, and I don't. And it's confusing because you want to think that, oh, if I don't hate my body, then why am I trans? And that's a perfectly valid question to ask. But the thing is that your body is just a body that doesn't have to do with gender. And you can modify it in any way that you want, and you'll be the gender that you are. Like, it does not matter. And learning that really helped me break out of my little box of self-hatred, and it is so worth it. I promise you. Love yourself.
Okay. Well, I clearly didn't, obviously, if you didn't know, obviously had not watched this video. I thought this was some chick that was ruining transgendering. All right. So that was obviously my thinking. It's clearly wrong. It's okay. I'm wrong about a lot of things sometimes. So yeah, that's that. Transgender shit's just so stupid. She wants one boob and to be on testosterone and then be a guy but get pregnant. Look, as a guy, I mean, she's clearly a woman. What if she were an actual guy? She would not have the physical structure to actually birth a child. She would not have the hips or the birth canal or the uterus to have a child. So this whole guy that's pregnant, it's complete bullshit. All right, that's complete bullshit. And she wants to cut one boob up and then leave one boob on. This chick's insane. Like, you listen to her talking, she's clearly mentally disturbed. All right, I'm lost for words because this chick's like fucking insane. She wants one boob, but then she doesn't want. I don't fucking know. I don't understand. Like, I really like, if she's 18 and wants to do this shit, all right, live your life. La vida loca. Okay? Do you, boo. That's my perception on this. Is if she's if she's 18 or older and wants to do this stuff, then she's more than welcome to. Like, I don't think we should at all be we should all stop people from doing what they want to do. But let's be honest, the chick's fucking insane. Let's be real out here, all right? Chick's crazy. You don't think she's crazy, you're fucking crazy. All right, that's all I got today. I'm gonna go and probably go to bed. I hope you all had a good day. I hope you all. Oh my god, I did this entire thing without doing my banner. Look at that. All right. Well, it's useless now. But yeah, make sure you follow me at officialwghost on the Twitter. Then you can always know when I go live and where to find and where to find me. Make sure you follow me on Rumble with Ghost and Gaming with Ghost, and then with YouTube with Ghost, and then Kick is Gaming with Ghost. So let me try that again. Make sure you follow me on Rumble and YouTube with Ghost, and then make sure you follow my gaming channel, Gaming with Ghost, on Rumble and Kick. That is the link right there, rumble.com/C/C 3183574. You got more people subscribe. Eventually, I'll get my own unique code for that shit. So make sure you make sure you like the video and follow me. I hope you all have a good day. I hope you found all this stuff interesting. I think I lost brain cells watching that last one, but oh well. All right.